Welcome. And today we're looking at the fourth in our series of Thoughts of the Day on suffering through the Bible. And again, today we're going to turn to Jesus. We looked at Jesus yesterday and saw how he dealt with a man's deepest need, the man's need for his sins to be forgiven, and how that was the most important. Well, we're going to look again at Jesus today. Now, sometimes when things are hard, when we're suffering, we feel very alone. We feel perhaps no one's ever really experienced what we're experiencing. Perhaps particularly if we're suffering through no fault at all of our own. It feels particularly hard to bear and feels like it's an experience that we're doing all on our own. Well, we read in the Bible that Jesus suffered, that he knows what suffering is like. And he knows better than anyone what innocent suffering is like. Well, he was a perfectly innocent, perfectly sinless man. He never did any wrong. Indeed, he went around doing good. But actually, he suffered most terribly. When he's looking ahead to that event, this is how he describes it to his disciples. "We are going up to Jerusalem," he said, "and the Son of Man will be betrayed to the chief priests and the teachers of the law. They will condemn him to death and will hand him over to the Gentiles, who will mock him, spit on him, flog him, and kill him." Jesus knows that he's going to be rejected, he's going to be betrayed, he's going to be mistreated, he's going to be unjustly condemned, he's going to be flogged, he's going to be crucified, killed on a cross. He is completely innocent, but he suffers. He knows what it's like to experience innocent suffering. And we might ask, though, why does Jesus do this? If he is the one that is powerful, as we see throughout the Gospels, why does he do this? Well, we see this later in the chapter, part of this explanation of why. "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Jesus' death was a ransom for many. He gave his life to rescue people like me and you, all who will trust in the Lord Jesus. He suffered so that in eternity we don't need to suffer. We can enjoy eternity with him. What a wonderful thing that is. Jesus understands suffering. He understands unjust, unfair suffering. We can trust him. We can look to him. And he willingly suffered so that we can have eternity with him, eternity without suffering. A great thing to look forward to. So as we look at what Jesus says here, look at his suffering, we know we're not alone, and we know we should trust him for that time with him forever. Thank you very much, and we look forward to you joining us tomorrow.